Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you here to Portland Cocktail Week Distance Learning. My name is Louise Marquis. I'm the National Portfolio Brand Ambassador for Campari America. And Campari America is really excited to be sponsoring this session of distance learning today with Yashira, Velez, and Paxx, Moll. They are kitchen magicians doing amazing work in Puerto Rico. So we are streaming in live into their back of house kitchen to learn some techniques that can be used to create more sustainable and conscious cocktail programs. A couple of things before we get started. We just like to ask everyone watching today, please like us on Facebook. It really helps boost our algorithm, get us more viewers, and help extend our reach to more people who would like to be learning these great techniques. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Please follow us on Instagram, and please comment below and ask questions. We want this to be interactive. We want to hear your thoughts, your feedback, and also answer any questions you might have through this. So without further ado, I'm going to set that aside. And please ask you all to pay attention as we jump in with Yashira and Paxx. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yes. Well, my name is Yashira Velez, and right now I am open a kitchen called Cocina Pública. I've started cooking like 8 years. Paxx, I was a Paxx volunteer in the kitchen, so he's my daddy cuisine. So I am studying science, and I have a master in naturopathic science. So my kitchen and cuisine is like merged with the science and the food. So
cool.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Paxx. I've been cooking for 2 decades now. I am the chef at Jungle Bird, which is a sister bar of La Factoria. We're located in Santurce, Puerto Rico. I've been running this kitchen for the past 3 years. Our hashtag is Queers in the Kitchen. We like to have female and also our queer community and put them, uplift my people. Basically, we're excited to be here with you today because even though I never did go to culinary school, I was an art student and I treat food like it was art. And for me, it's my favorite thing to do. And it's the most noble thing that I do. And it's what I do. It's my passion. And I love learning new stuff every day. So what we're going to bring to you is tropical stuff and very simple stuff that you can do at your house and at your restaurants.
Awesome. So where are we starting today?
All right. So since Puerto Rico is a tropical island, we have decided to bring you today. We're going to do 2 fruits, and we're starting with watermelon. Watermelon is mostly year-round in Puerto Rico. It's summer, but we still can find it, even though it's late September. We are using local watermelon that we got from La Placita in Santurce. So we want to bring you, it's very hot right now in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So we want to make watermelon granita, and we're basically going to use the whole watermelon.
Ooh, cool.
Yes. So we're going to, like granita, we can use it in the kitchen as a dessert, as a complement to a salad, as a palate cleanser. But today, it's kitchen technique, but you're going to use it in your bar. So you can use your granita for a cocktail. So
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so we have a kitchen cam here next to us live from the counter.
So Yashira is going to tell you how to correctly cut your watermelon. What she's doing right here, she's putting the ends first, so then we can stand it up straight, so we have a balance. And then we're just going to start cutting all the way from the top to the bottom. And we're going to reserve that rind for later.
Okay.
So, yes. See, you can also do that. If you see that the watermelon is too big, you can actually cut it in half. So you don't have to struggle, make it work for you.
Right.
We're here to work, not to struggle, Totally. So what you want to do? What you want to do is you want to cut as closely to the white part, which is like the rind. So you're gonna leave the watermelon open, as you can see right there. And then we're gonna take that watermelon and we're gonna cube it. This is I would say this watermelon has seeds, so it's not Monsanto. So that's great. So we're gonna cube that. We're gonna pass it through the Vitamix, and then we're gonna strain it so it's as pure as possible.
Okay. So you were making like a almost like a watermelon water.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
We just want the juice. We don't want the what do you say that? Is it pulp? The pulp you can reserve for something else. We usually do compost with it, and also every little bit that we don't use, we compost everything.
Okay. And you saved those green rinds that you just took off.
Yes, we're gonna save the green rind because we're gonna use it for something else later on.
Okay. And now you're cutting off these white, like the last white pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
So we want to cube it like that, small chunks, and then we're gonna pass it through the vitamins. Yeah. All right. If you want to ask us any questions while we're doing this, let us know.
I'm just excited to see this. I've heard of granita, but I've never actually made it. So what do you do with all the seeds?
The seeds, since we're gonna pass it through the Vitamix, we're gonna strain right afterwards. So it's something that we can use. We can use, like, I've tried dehydrating it to use it, like, to see if I can use it as a garnish. It did not really work for me. So basically, what we do is pretty much just compost that part.
Okay.
So what we want to teach you here is that you can use the whole fruit, even if you're not gonna eat it. But like it sucks. Like, we don't just want it to go to waste. That's why we're gonna use the whole thing.
Okay. So you're chopping up into little cubes, like 1 inch by 1 inch or so.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So then we're gonna, as you can
Oh,
see,
now I want to eat that.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to eat that. It looks so good.
it's so good. And the smell that is coming right now, this watermelon, it's so juicy. As you can see from the cutting board, and the smell, like when she started cutting this watermelon, is just incredible. Like the whole kitchen smells
good.
like fresh watermelon. So you can
Nice.
see, summer never ends here in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Oh, I miss Puerto Rico.
Yes. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see Yashira, we already have the juice right here. So we're gonna show you that you can strain the juice.
Okay, so you put those cubes in the blender and you blended them
Yes.
And
earlier. Yeah.
And we put half a lime, half a lemon, and half cup of sugar.
And we
Okay.
also add a little bit of salt. We usually use, like, all great cooks use kosher salt. So we add a little bit of kosher salt just so we can get those flavors up. So we
Okay.
can bring that acidity from the citrus and like the sweetness of the watermelon, just like to get up a little notch.
So half a lemon, half a lime, and like a pinch of kosher salt.
Yes, and that would be for, I would say, is it 2 cups or 4 cups of juice? 4 cups of juice. Yes.
Great.
And this is for the granita.
This is something that it's a 24-hour process. So immediately after you do this,
No, that's what I'm Spanish.
exactly. So basically, right after we have this,
Mhm.
these stuff, this is very easy but very nice, flavorful stuff. So what we do, you leave it in the freezer for a couple of hours.
Okay.
It's still not gonna be completely frozen. So you're gonna take a fork and you're gonna start raking.
Okay. So now we have like movie magic. She's frozen some.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is from, like, this should be the final product. This is from yesterday.
Okay.
It looks very beautiful. It smells even greater. And the
Mm.
taste is just amazing. Just amazing.
Yum.
Yeah, so this is like very simple stuff that is super fun to make, that it's actually a nice project to make. And it's like you don't waste any of the fruit. You're using the whole thing. And people love it.
Yeah. So how do you serve it? You serve it usually with food, right? Like you serve it in between or like as dessert.
We have done it like if we're gonna do like a multiple course dinner,
Right. So
or
like
like,
between,
we use it like as a palate cleanser
sure.
between courses. You can also serve it, I mean, as a dessert. It's really good in a salad, like sort of like a caprese with a cheese and the tomatoes.
Yum.
Really, really good. So then you can get all those textures. It works really good. Yeah. All right.
This is granita.
So that's granita,
Okay.
like Evo.
That's granita. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. And you could do this with other things too. So you could do like a different kind. You could do like a pineapple granita or a.
We've actually done like even with basil, even with herbs. It's something that's very fun to do.
And cucumber too.
Cucumber
It's so
works really
juicy.
good. 'Cause I like it's a fun thing to do, and it's a way to use something that you know you're gonna discard, or you feel that you might discard, and it's like, no, wait, maybe even, oh, like this fruit is so ripe, like I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna throw it out. Don't throw it out. Use your fruit, make it into something happen, like you know.
Okay.
So
All right, talk to us. Talk to us.
Okay. No. So what's next? So we make the granita. And so are we going to do something with those rinds?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. We're definitely gonna do something with those rinds.
So what's
Uh,
happening now on the kitchen cam? Let's focus in on that. Okay. So now you're slicing those rinds up. What's going to happen to those?
All right, so this would be I love to pickle shit. So this is like one of my favorite things because like, ew, like why would you eat that? Well, it tastes really good, and again, it's something very simple. Like, yes, you may use it as a compost, but also, why not eat it? Because it's really good, and basically, you're just gonna like enhance the flavor of it.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of pickling and ferments, and this is actually a quick pickle. So what we want to do is we're gonna take, as she's doing, take that, and all the parts that she's cutting, we can use that as compost or like. All right, better. So we're gonna cut that into julienne strips of about 3 inches, and as you can see, that's the final product. Some people usually like to take the red part, the whole watermelon, but I find that it gets really soft and nice. So and it's really pretty as well. Obviously, the green part will lose color with time, but it's gonna develop into a really nice flavor. What we use here is rice vinegar, natural brown sugar, and water, a little bit of salt, as again like kosher salt. And what we want to do is just place those rinds in a crystal container, or a crystal container that you have sanitized. You can either boil them or you can really hot water and soap. Dry them really good. That works really nice. So we just want to put that there, and we want to take rice vinegar. You may use any kind that you want. If you want to substitute with apple cider, it's okay. A personal preference of myself, it's rice wine. I think it works really good with a variety of things. So for me, it's a personal favorite. So what we want to do with that, we want to bring it to a quick boil with the sugar and the salt. And we are also adding, just to bring a little, a little wave of flavor, peppercorn and coriander seeds that have already been toasted. That will give like a nice depth and like little waves of flavors that it works really, really cool.
I love this measuring cup technique she's got over here. She's got all the cups out.
Well, as cooks, we need to get our mise en place and all our shit out. That's how it works.
Of course.
Yes. So as you can see, like she already put it to boil, and she's gonna show you. We'll present you with the whole thing in a bit, so you can see how it works. Quick pickle, it means that usually, like in one day, in 24 hours, you should have your product complete. But a couple of hours, it tastes really good. It keeps for about a month.
Nice.
But
Okay.
it's so good that I don't think it lasts a month. Oh, so definitely. That also, like, we're gonna use it today in a cocktail, but in restaurants that I've worked in the kitchen that I have right now, we have used that with crudos, in salads, with meat, with fish. So it's something that works really nice. If you cook them down a little bit, it works really good. Like, add a little bit of white bean, it works like really nice. So it's fun. Like I said
Nice.
again, it's you're not wasting anything. So you think like you're the shit, man. All right, talk to me. All right, so listen, we have these spices, which are the roasted peppercorn and the roasted coriander seed. She's gonna add it to
Okay.
our beautiful julienne watermelon rind.
Nice.
Yes. So Yashira, you might want to close it and go like. So all of these will distribute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. So what you want to do here is actually bring it to a boil. So you really don't want to damage because it's very delicate. Just when you see that it's starting to bubble, like pretty nice and delicate, you put it out. You don't close it immediately. At least I don't do that. I leave it out in the open for a while till it cools down, and then I go like that.
Okay.
And like I said, it works. It keeps for a month. Super nice.
Awesome.
Yes.
That looks so good. I'm ready. I'm ready for it to go in. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to eat one.
It's so good. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love
Okay.
it.
So watermelon rind, rice vinegar, water, distilled water. Is it important that the water's distilled?
I think so. Like, I usually do that because I don't know if I don't want to call it paranoia. I just want like my water to be
Sure.
as clean as possible because I don't know hygiene, sanitation, like a flavor, like.
Sure.
I
Okay.
don't know.
And then
Como
peppercorns.
and clean, baby.
I love it. And then you can add a little bit of the juice if there is a little leftover juice if you want.
Yeah. And you know what? It sounds like it's stupid, but it works really nice because when you do the brine and you add that juice, it's just like maybe 3 or 4 splashes. It's going to foam a little bit and you're going to strain it, but it just adds a really nice, gentle, and subtle essence on your wine. So, and then like I said, it's like watermelon with watermelon with watermelon. So it's in a way served like a crazy compression and it works really good. It's just like small details, so for me, that for us, that's very important to have that. It's a matter of flavor and depth and texture and waves of flavor, pretty much. All right. Dímelo, daughter. She's my daughter. All right, so she's straining right now. You don't want to fill it too much because usually when you close it down and it seals, it's going to go up a little more and, you don't want that to explode, basically.
Right.
This is the final thought.
All right. Bello. Enseñar. Ese es el de ayer, ¿verdad? All right, so this would be our 24-hour quick.
Okay, so movie magic. You've already done it.
Yeah.
4 hours in the fridge.
All right. Enseñale una cucharita. Boom.
You want to try it?
Yeah, I want to see you guys try it.
Boom. Check it out. Espérate, aquí. Boom.
Yum.
So pretty.
Okay.
Those are really nice. Crunchy, super dope, baby.
So they're like crunchy, vinegary,
A little bit of
coriander, a little bit of pepper.
Yes.
Mm.
You can use a martini too if you want.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like in a martini.
Yeah, it's a global garnish. You can use it for savory stuff and for sweet stuff and for bar stuff, baby.
Nice. Love that. Awesome. And that way you're using the whole fruit. So you're using the watermelon, you're getting the granita. You could also use the watermelon if you're using that for like garnishes and you have leftover pieces of the watermelon. You can use those leftover pieces, juice those, granita, use the peel. I use the rind for this crunchy, awesome pickle.
Definitely. And whatever that you're not using, just don't throw it out in the garbage. There's always a place that needs compost. So, it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that Chuck in the background? No.
No, that's our surprise guest that is going to make you a very special cocktail with our granita and with our watermelon rind. Come here.
Awesome. I could just see it looks like there was someone in the background. Hi. Who are you?
I'm Carlos. Carlos
Carlos.
from La Factoría. How are you?
Good to see you.
Mira, Ani, ¿cómo estás?
So are you gonna make a cocktail for us?
Sí, check this
Great.
out. Pero it's no big deal. Super easy. Ponte aquí la granita.
Oh my God.
So basically, super easy to do.
How much we want to ready?
Echen ahí como 1 o 2 cucharadas.
Boom. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of granita. ¿Cómo se llama ese vaso?
This is like house cocktailing, okay?
Okay, I like it. You're making cocktails at home.
Yes, when you're doing cocktails at home, like honestly, measurements are more like guidelines. You just do it however you prefer. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like it.
So what we like to do is like the nice texture of the granita, like a slushy type of vibe. Puerto Rico right now is super hot, by the way.
Yeah, you guys keep saying that, and I'm jealous because it's not hot where I am.
Wait, no, trust me. It's hot and humid. You don't want that.
I don't want this? Okay. I mean, I'll take your
We're
word for it.
all day long with this cocktail.
That sounds great. I would like that.
Next step, just a little bit of crushed ice.
So we're going granita plus crushed ice.
See, you have the granita on the bottom. You have a little bit of crushed ice. ¿Dónde está el Aperol? Right here.
A little Aperol.
Yes.
So how much Aperol? Like we're gonna go.
If you're serving at my bar, it would be 1.5 ounces. But
Since they don't have measuring. Okay. That looks like an ounce. There. That's perfect.
More or less.
I love Aperol and watermelon together. So yeah.
Measure with your eyes.
Yeah, it's fine. You're on vacation, right? We're at home right now.
That is it. A little bit of soda. A little bit of soda, and then with a spoon.
That looks delicious.
And then, arriba on top.
You got mint.
Yum.
I don't have pizza. And you got the rind.
Plus a little bit of our beautiful brine.
Boom. So what do you have? Do you have the freshness of the sandia?
Yes, of watermelon.
Watermelon, like the granita of sandia, which is like a very nice cold texture.
Yeah.
With the broken ice,
Nice. Yeah.
The Campari as a low ABV, super nice, fresh combination. And then you have a beautiful play of the acidity of the brine. And you have the pickled, amazing skin of the sandia.
Watermelon. Yeah.
So this is just a cocktail that you can bang in a very hot summer like today.
Well, take a sip. Take a sip and tell me how is it. Cheers.
Yo, and this would be called Endless Summer because it never
Nice.
ends, baby.
Super nice.
Oh,
a little
man.
bit of soda water on top, and you can just
Mm,
refreshing.
You really
Easy.
want to be at the beach? With
I do.
this all
I do.
along. And then we did not waste anything from the watermelon. And you get to party. Bobby, mommy,
I love it. Awesome.
Salud.
Thank you, Carlos.
Boom.
So we had a question, you guys. So what is the story of how you guys ended up cooking together?
All right. So I would say, like I call her now, she's my firstborn. She's my culinary daughter. I used to be the chef at this place called Departamento de la Comida, which was a really fantastic place in Tras Talleres, Santurce, that was doing local and agroecological food on a 5-day basis with an ever-changing menu. So basically, we would get these eco-conscious farmers from all over the island, and they would bring their crops, and from that we would prepare really amazing stuff. So it would be like an 85% agroecological, and the rest we would do imported organic. She actually came for a stash, and it was my next to the last day. And it was like, oops, I gotta go now. But we kept in touch. Like I really like she went in there like ready to learn, and had a lot of zest, a lot of questions, good ones, and was just this demeanor of wanting to work and wanting to learn, which I totally did. So when I was planning to open a bao bun shop, so when we started doing the pop-ups, I obviously called her, and when that turned out into a small shop, it was like, hell yeah, of course you're coming. And she was also the sous chef at Jungle Bao, which is my small kitchen at Jungle Bird. And right now I'm really proud of her because she is the chef at this new project inside this gallery called Publica. They are called Cocina Publica, and it's female operated and female owned, and it's so fucking dope, man.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love that. I can't wait to come visit and see these places and eat your food. That sounds so good.
Must visit, definitely.
Yeah. And then there's another question here. So you both have cooked on the mainland, yes?
When you say the mainland, is that the US of A?
Yeah, I guess this is a question from Liz. I'm assuming she means like not Puerto Rico. You've cooked outside of Puerto Rico.
I have cooked outside of Puerto Rico, not like career-wise. I would say like in events, I cooked twice at the Beard House and the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen. And also I've cooked in Portland at Hen Oak. Boom. And it's great, but I have never seen myself, I don't know, working in the mainland, as you say. Yep. Like I love what this country has to offer in a way. Like there's a lot of things going on, and we have the struggle here because we're a colonized island that we are more, and we gotta push through. So that in a way, if I'm gonna go to the States, I will usually pick events so we can speak about that and and bring more notice to the people over there so they can come to the island and check out the real deal of the stuff the great stuff that's happening here.
And I cook in Camp Roanoke with Claire Gordon, like
2019. Yeah.
2019. So
fun. Okay, so you came for Camp Roanoke. Oh, I love it. Okay.
True.
So I know you guys have a second recipe. What is the next thing you're making?
All right. So since we're keeping it tropical, and we have to say we love watermelon and we love pineapple, and so now here comes the pineapple, baby, piña. This pineapple is also locally grown. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna show you how to make tepache, our version.
Awesome.
And then we're gonna do a little garnish as well that you can use kitchen-wise or also behind the bar. So what we're gonna do here, we're like I said, the reason we cut the fruit like that, same as the watermelon, is because it brings stability. So your knife goes up and down and nothing will fall. You won't get caught. Safety first. That crown, you can actually leave it in water for a couple of days with some toothpicks. It's gonna grow some roots, and then you can plant it. And in a year, yes, in a year you should get a pineapple.
What? Do you do that?
Yes, pretty much. We've done it before, and it works really cool. So, like I said.
Oh no, they froze. Uh-oh. So it looks like they froze for a second. Hopefully they'll reconnect, and we'll have them back in just a moment.
Hello.
Hello. There we
Okay.
go.
So the power is out again today in Puerto Rico.
Oh no. Okay.
Bring out attention that our government is selling and privatizing the island, and our electrical company has been sold to a foreign company. So we have been having power outs for some couple of months now,
Oh
and
no.
cannot even open our restaurants for one day. Which, as you know, if you don't open for a day, that sucks. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we're back. All right, so
Okay.
we were dealing with a pineapple. We're back, my people. Resilient, baby. All right. So like she's doing the pineapple. We were saying that you can grow it into 1 year. What else? What else? We're gonna show you how to make tepache our way. For me, tepache is very special because when I first started at Jungle Bird, like I already told you, I love ferments. So basically, like they taught me how to make a fermentation based on the pineapple peels, which is super dope. And we used to do it kind of like a similar stuff in Departamento de la Comida, but it never got fermented. So it's more like a tea, like an infusion. So we want to do tepache way. And basically, tepache is the pineapple peels. We use also the core, and we like to add a little bit of the chunks just to make it a little sweeter, a little juicier.
Okay.
So what we're gonna use with this, like I said, the pineapple. We're also gonna add brown sugar. We like to use the merara. We're gonna traditionally tepache uses cloves, and it also uses cinnamon. I'm not too keen on cinnamon and cloves, but I am, but not for this recipe in particular. So we're omitting the cloves. We're adding just one cinnamon stick, and we are adding lemongrass, which I love. She also loves that, and ginger because ginger is good for you. And tepache, basically, you don't get drunk from it, but you get happy. But it's also good for you.
Okay.
So ginger, inflammatory, anti-aging, dope shit. All right. So we're gonna use that. You if you don't use brown sugar instead of piloncillo because brown sugar is more available here in Puerto Rico. Also, like if you add beer, the fermentation process is faster, and since it's a low alcohol ferment, obviously with a beer it's gonna grow a little more. But we're doing this, no alcohol in this one. We just want to develop it into what it is, which is a low alcohol content beverage. All right. So, and also we're gonna add water.
Okay.
So yes.
Wait, hold on. It looks like I can't see what she's doing there in the kitchen cam. It's like it just still looks black. Let's see if we can get it online.
All right.
Just so we can see what she's doing.
It looks like it's online. Let me see if I can.
Thank you, Carlos.
Technical.
Our technical hero today. Sorry, guys. Thanks for bearing with us while we figured this out. It'll just be a second.
Listen, I am really sorry.
No, it's okay. This is not your fault. This is. I mean, I've never had this happen before.
I mean, if you have any questions for us while we get this thing going on again, let us know. We're right here.
Okay, check it out. I think we just.
You got it. You did it.
Right.
Our hero, Carlos. Okay, great. So tepache. So I feel like tepache has been a thing. I didn't know what it was until this year or last year, and now everyone's talking about tepache. So okay. So now is this lemongrass?
Yes, that's lemongrass. We like to, take it like Yashira. What are you doing? We like to bring out the natural oils while smashing it just a little delicate. We're gonna add that to a sanitized crystal jar with our pineapple, with our cinnamon stick and cloves if you want to do that, and with a chunk of smashed ginger. I usually use jar, and we're gonna add the sugar, and we're gonna add filtered water. What we do with this, we usually leave it in a crystal envase, vase, sort of like a mason jar. and you can leave it from between 24 hours to 36 hours. I think if you leave it more, it's going to turn into vinegar. It's something that obviously
It's good.
good for you and that you can do. You can turn it into a shrub if you may. But today's principle is purpose is to turn it into tepache. Um, well, it should be in a temperature of 67 to 76 degrees. Uh, so yeah, that's it. When I first learned about this, we would make a lot of tepaches at our kitchen in Junglebird, and we would also substitute the fruits. We would do with mango, we would do with pandan, we would do
Cool.
with there. We have a really sour fruit here called hobo, and that one we left it. Actually, we left it. We changed it to the fridge, and it developed into sort of like a bubbly, and it was like dry and really nice, and it was like. But like I always say, I was experimenting with this, and there was no recipe. But it's really fun to try this one. Like
Yeah.
we promise that recipe that we have for you there works really good.
We're gonna do magic now.
Yes, ma'am.
We do magic, and this is the tepache.
All right.
Okay, nice. I like it.
24 tepache.
So that's been sitting for how long?
That's been sitting for 24 hours. So this
24
would
hours.
be
Okay.
baby tepache.
Says John tepache.
All right, and it's still gonna work. Obviously, the more you leave it, I would say those 24 hours to 36 hours that you're leaving it sit in that temp works really good. Afterward, you should strain it, and then you put it as well in a crystal vase in your fridge, and it should keep. It gets. I would say it gets better. I have one in my house that we made with banana and pandan from 2018, and it's really, really good. So, for me, I don't know. I just love ferment. So it works
Yeah,
really
it sounds like it. I love that. I love them
It's-
too.
Yes, yeah, it's really, really cool. All right, so Yashira is going to show you now. Like that pineapple, we can also add it to the tepache, but we're going to jump into our next thing, which is since we get
we can grill it.
okay, since we don't have any power, we cannot grill our grilled pineapple for our mignonette. But like I said, television magic. So she's gonna show you. She's gonna show you the cut that we want to do. Mignonette stands for something very small. It's usually a sauce that's used for oysters. But we are omitting some stuff here because you really don't want a shallot in your in your cocktail. So what we did here is just the acidity of the rice vinegar once again. She's going to show you. Brunoise is a very small dice, very delicate and tender. That it would work really well. Like I've done oyster shooters with a pineapple mignonette, and it works really, really nice. So yes, with the with the cocktail that we're gonna do today, it's gonna work really good, and it looks really nice and delicate.
Yeah, so the brunoise, on that pineapple looks so good.
Yeah, it's really nice. What we were doing, we were cutting the pineapple in slices a little bit thicker, so when we were grilling it, it wouldn't turn to mush. Then we would cool it down. We would cut in half, and then we would get our small brunoise dice.
Okay.
What else? She's showing you how to do that. Also, what you don't use for the mignonette, you put right into the crystal jar of the tepache.
Right, you just dump it in there if you're not using it. Yeah.
Yes, and also you can eat it because it's really good. And like I said, these fruit are so nice and so ripe that once again, she cut into it, and the house smells like just like we're right outside tropical with the palm trees and all that shit. So super cool. Piña colada, baby.
Okay.
All right, talk to me, Yashi.
Next, we do the cilantro, right?
All right, so we're gonna that pineapple. As soon as you grill it and it cools down, we have this. I would say that it's like sort of like a homemade meringue because we're taking vinegar, we're taking sugar, we're taking a little bit of era sal. No, Vinegar, sugar, a little bit of salt, and we are um, we are boiling it just a little bit and then reducing it. And when we reduce that, we are adding a little bit of lime zest, which brings the flavor just a teeny up, and it works really good. Right after that's cooled down, we add that to our pineapple, and we add about 1/3 of a cup of chopped cilantro. And what the cilantro does is brings the flavor up, and pineapple and cilantro makes such a nice little combo, and
Yum.
feels really, really tropical. So, Yashira, if you want to show our finished product
Yes.
to these lovely
Here's
audience.
The pineapple, real pineapple.
Okay, so that's the grilled pineapple.
And the grilled pineapple, when you grill the pineapple and you leave it to cool, all the sugar juices comes right down. So that adds to
Yeah.
your mignonette. And it's just smoky, and the flavors just
Mm.
come up.
Cilantro.
Okay, and cilantro going in too.
Yes. And I would say that also in a crystal jar, it's going to keep for a month, but it never does. Because you end up using the whole
Because you
thing.
end up eating it. Okay. I was gonna say, what do you mean? Oh, yes, because you eat it.
Done, baby.
Delish. Okay.
And this is the marine, house marine. The
Yes.
breakfast plain. The vinegar and the sugar with the.
It's just as like we reduce this just a bit. You really don't have to make a thick syrup out of it, especially if you leave it too cool. It's gonna thicken on its own. What you just want is to like have those pineapple, just like mellowing out in there. Bello, Yashi. All right.
Pégate más foto.
Boom.
And ta-da, this is the product.
This is the final product. This is 24-hour pineapple mignonette. Very, very
Yum.
nice. Very flavorful. The acidity of the vinegar, the sweetness of the pineapple, the smokiness just like explodes in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I like the thumbs up I'm getting. Yeah.
It's magic, baby.
That looks delicious.
Yeah, like, we're super excited. Thank you for having us, man. It's
Yeah,
been really
so we can make the tapache, we can make the mignonette. So we're using the whole pineapple for different things. Are you guys? Do you maybe have a cocktail to make with the pineapple?
and you know we do, baby.
Okay,
And
good.
we have Carlito once again.
He's back. He's ready.
Yes. So
Dale.
it's very hot, so we want to use the tapache, and we have coconut water freshly available all year round that you don't actually have to buy a prepackaged. So we got this this morning very early. Like they broke the coconut and they served it into a litter. It's very, very good. Fresh coconut water with a tapache. We also have obviously the grilled pineapple mignonette. Boom, Maya.
Okay, so this is another way you can reuse this amazing juice that is like an amazing byproduct that you can salvage to make a very good product to make another really nice drink.
Okay.
Esto, cógete esta cuchara. Check this out. I'm sorry, let me pull out.
So we're straining our
Make some
tapache.
tapache. I see it. I see you're straining it out on the kitchen cam. We can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to strain it out because there's lots of like herbs and spices in there.
Exactly.
Look at that color, baby.
Nice, gorgeous. Okay, so we're adding that to the tin, and then what's next?
The next step, you add a little bit of coconut water. Also, you do it by eye, to be honest, but it should be like Mark says, 2 parts of the tepache. Yeah, 2 parts of the tepache, 1 part of the coconut, and then the third step, because the tepache already has the sugars and the coconut water is usually sweeter also on the side. You add a little bit of rum. I don't like to put a lot of rum for a drink like this because the tepache is very nice and flavorful.
Okay.
So
And there's a
basically-
little alcohol already. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, the tepache, to be honest, doesn't have like that heavy alcohol, especially with with a a young tepache like this one. So obviously, the longer you leave it, like the flavors combine in different ways.
Yeah.
But the alcohol content doesn't necessarily like grow so big.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
I get that. And then
Well, baby.
these are highball, nice house ice.
beautiful ice. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, out to the top. Yeah, this is household cocktails, you know. And the beautiful thing about pineapple, no, the most beautiful thing about pineapple is that it creates this beautiful froth.
That foam. It's so frothy. Oh, that looks so good.
And then
Then we get that grilled pineapple mignonette.
Ooh.
y ponle esto.
So what's that? Like a piece of pineapple
Yes.
with a little mignonette on the top. Oh my God, it looks so good.
Yeah. If you don't have the dehydrated machine, basically there's two ways you can do it. One, you can put it in an oven for lower temperature and like long hours.
Yeah.
But also it would work a nice piece of a real pineapple, like fresh pineapple that you can just
Sure.
put. ¿Cómo se llama el ingrediente que está arriba? El mignonette, the mignonette of pineapple that Yashira and Paxx have created. A little bit of basil,
Good.
and that's it.
Okay, now someone take a
Mom.
sip. Someone taste it. Tell me how it is.
Oh, baby. Show it to the camera.
It's good. Refreshing.
So it's sort of like pina colada.
Exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
And the smell, once again.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
Yeah, so basically we're using the grilled pineapple mignonette in a way like if you braise in it and you're sipping on that, it's mind exploding. So it works really nice. It's very delicate.
It sounds so good. Yeah, now he's just gonna drink the whole thing.
this is so good. Salud.
Salud. Thank you. That looks so yummy. So awesome. So, and that's really the whole drink right there. That's the whole pineapple. Sorry. So you're using the rinds, you're using the center, you're using the fruit to make a cocktail. Really cool.
Yes.
Is there
And
anything
we
else?
also suggest, I have to say, like, for like a food pairing, I would say for that drink specifically, I would go with a really nice cut of meat, like beef, or like in Puerto Rico, beef encebollado with a little bit of taro mash and a arugula salad. And also for the watermelon spritz, if you're not going to be at the beach, I would suggest some fish fritters, like a whitefish, maybe cod, maybe queen snapper with a light citrus aioli. That would work really, really good.
Now I'm hungry, and I don't even eat fish, and I'm hungry. Oh, I eat food. This is so wonderful. So, do you guys have any other thoughts on tricks, tips for people working with their kitchens? Maybe the bartenders are working with the kitchen in partnership to make sure they're really preserving and using all the ingredients.
Well, I would say work as a team because whatever, at least for us in Youngberg, whatever the bar doesn't use, we usually take their fruit after they take all the rind, and we can either make like flan or like cure some fish. So basically, it's sort of like supporting each other into like, oh, what's gonna go wrong? Like, you give me that, I can give you this. So it's all collaboration basically, and just being very, very aware, not to let shit go wrong, pretty much.
Awesome. We don't have any questions. I think all the questions kind of came before. So if we don't have any other thoughts, maybe is Carlos there? Does he want to answer a question? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, tell us what it's like as a bartender to be working with the kitchen.
I feel like it's super important. A lot of people lose perspective. Like honestly, like a lot of people, we sometimes get so crazy with the creative process in the artistry that we forget that it's a business, and it is very, very important to maintain the integrity of like what we do as a business. So it's good for the earth, it's good for the business to have a very positive communication with the front of the house and the back of the house, and like what Paxx said, like to reuse and gain the maximum capacities of the ingredients that we have available. The other thing, is that it's also a whole new way of exploring different textures and flavors, and all of these amazing innovations in terms of gastronomy and taste come from this type of relationship between the kitchen and the bar staff. So that is something that we need to keep growing at, and not forget. Sometimes we forget all of these because we have so much abundance of ingredients, but it's great to take the time, like to take as much advantage as we can from each of the things that we have at our disposal. Así que, yeah, that's what I think.
Awesome. Yashira, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I just want to make sure I make sure I ask you questions. Okay, well, I wish I was in that kitchen with y'all in Puerto Rico. I hope I get to be there soon. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please, y'all, follow our amazing presenters here today. You got, yes, what was it? Yashimi Sashimi.
I actually named her that.
Yes.
Yashimi Sashimi. And we have Paxito. I don't have Carlos's, but I'm sure we can find him on the internet somewhere. My name is Louise Marquis. I'm at Campari and Soda. Please, oh, there he is. Oh, jumping in and out. Please be sure again to follow Portland Cocktail Week on Facebook. Please follow us on Instagram. Please subscribe to the Portland Cocktail Week YouTube channel. And please also join us on the Campari community. You can follow us at Campari Community. We also have our link to sign up for our newsletter. So we sponsor these Portland Cocktail Week distance learning sessions. We also have programs of our own that we run through the Campari Academy. And then we're also getting ready to launch Behind the Barrel. So Behind the Barrel is coming up very soon. We'd love to have you join us. It is a week-long celebration of bourbon with all of the brilliant and beautiful minds behind Wild Turkey. So please join us for that as well. You can sign up here in our mailing list and you'll get all the information. That's it. Thank you so much. This was really wonderful. I am inspired and delighting in all of you right now in that kitchen. It's really palpable how much you love what you do. And I'm really excited to come visit you soon. So thank you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a